Hi Taurus, and do forgive me with this lighting, you guys. It's the top of the day. It's about 3 p.m. so you know the sun's at the highest point in the sky, and I use natural lighting. But anyway, welcome to your February mid-monthly reading. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, and or Venus. Now, if you don't know what your zodiac sign is, you just felt compelled to click on the video out of curiosity, there is a reason you were brought here. And so I hope you hear all that you need if you are not cross-watching for information. And do subscribe before you leave, okay? Now, typically for the mid-monthlies, for those that do know, I do a 9-card spread and we go through it. But this month and during Aquarius season, I just want Spirit to really lead the way. I'm going to act like I just don't know anything, and I'm just going to flow through and pick up on the energies that come through as the cards reveal themselves this month, okay? So as far as the first week of February, what you can be expecting energetically to feel, we have the 9 of Wands, the Lovers card, and the Queen of Cups that have come out thus far. I do want to mention that the 9 of Wands was in the exact same position for Aries reading, and the Lovers card was at the bottom of the deck for Aries, Pisces, and I'm not sure if it came through for Aquarius's reading, but love is in the air, okay? Some of you guys are going to be running straight into it. Some of you guys are trying to fight love for whatever reason, and so you're going to have to work on that this month, okay? Don't let a good thing pass you by. With this Queen of Cups energy, this can be a water sign that you find yourself having these romantic feelings for. So Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Very nurturing, very loving, okay? Can really teach you about the concept of unconditional love, especially a Cancer. They love really, really hard. The good thing about them is, even though you guys may fight, you guys may argue, you know, can't see eye to eye, they will be the type of person that will still cook a meal for you that you can come home to, you know, that will still go out of their way to go buy you all the things that you need as if they were a doctor themselves if you are to fall ill, you know. They will go out of their way to show you that they still love you, even if they're mad at you. And so that's the type of love that a lot of people really hope to experience in this lifetime. And I do feel like there's a sense of this type of individual coming in. Pisces, very sensitive, as well as Scorpios, very intuitive, very magical, but very soft. And so you're going to have to work with them if it is a water sign, because for the most part, they won't really be as vulnerable as I'm telling you that they can be, until that they know that there is some sort of trust that is established in the relationship. So you have to make them feel safe enough to be vulnerable with you. Maybe this is something within yourself that you are working on, being a little bit more open and being more vulnerable to meet your people, your partner halfway. Right? Even if you're just dating people at this point and you're just trying to figure that out and figure out love, right? What is the truth about love? What is love? You know, society tells us it has to be one way. For those of you that might not subscribe to a monogamous or an exclusive relationship, and that's okay, but you have to really understand why it is that society makes it seem like everybody has to have that type of love to be happy, right? That it's the only one that can work. There are other options. There are other people that are like you. If you're the type of person who needs your freedom and you need your space and you don't have the time to be going through these arguments and you really don't have the time to really build and establish a life with one person, because there are so many out there that have so much to offer and that you can give yourself to. If you're into polygamy, there's nothing wrong with that. Me personally, I don't understand it. You know, I don't subscribe to that lifestyle, but I can't knock somebody else for wanting to do that. And so if that is where you are right now in life, then it's just finding other like-minded individuals that also feel the same way that you do, because Cups is all about feelings. If you don't see yourself getting married, don't pressure yourself to get married. The Nine of Wands is indicating that there is some sense of pressure here. What came up was the Moon card and the Eight of Coins upright. So again, you're piecing things together. You're figuring things out as they come. There is no rush. If you felt like you have had some pressure to get married or to find the love of your life, you're going to relax a little bit. You're just going to relax in the knowing and really just go with the flow and let things surprise you and fall in place when they are meant to. This is also coming to some sort of understanding or acquiring some sort of like knowledge or information in this Eight of Coins. You have the key to something and you are about to integrate it into your light body here by way of the moon. So I do know that we are about to have a full moon that is in Leo. It's a blood moon, I do believe, coming up tomorrow, the 21st, on Monday. Yeah, I'm recording these a little bit earlier than the month of February, but anyway, whatever comes up is what I'm trying to get at. Do heed whatever it is that you feel. Just pay attention to all of your senses. Prayerfully, you guys remember the event and remember how you felt, and you remember what happened when you went to sleep and you had a dream, and you are able to record that. Because I do feel like it's going to really help you with some of the answers that you might be seeking with this Nine of Wands energy, this philosophical type of soul searching that you guys are doing here. And then you have the Ten of Cups that has also come out here. So I'm definitely getting that you guys don't necessarily believe that you are the way that other people see you here. And so there's something that needs to be overcome. And how if push comes to shove, I am hearing fake it till you make it. So some of you guys are just going to decide, you know what? At this point, at this big age that I'm at, however old you are watching this video, this is not limited. But at this point in my maturity, hey, why not have confidence? Why not believe in myself? Why be modest when I should be proud of who I am, of what I have done, of what I am doing, of what I will do, of what I might do? You know, there is no ceiling for me. Why am I continuing to limit myself? It's going to take just that one moment, that one event. So just keep your head. Keep yourselves together as best as you can. Don't fall into the insomnia, but if nothing else, if you can't sleep and you do still have some reserve of energy, utilize that and work on something creative. I would say count sheep until you can fall asleep, but that's not necessarily like productive. But use it as a time to slow your thoughts and focus on one thought and exhaust yourself and that one thought until there are no other possibilities for you to be able to solve that puzzle. I feel like Taurus, you guys are going to have to get to a point where you can kind of laugh at yourself, so that if people are laughing at you, you're really laughing with them. Like it can't be something that can break you down here. You're going to have to really sit with your thoughts, especially if they're keeping you up at night and you have some sort of sense of not paranoia, but insomnia. But it can be paranoia, right, in your waking consciousness. And just think about your thoughts, and I want to challenge you to write them down just so that you can visually see how ridiculous some of the thoughts are. Okay? When you think what it is that you're thinking that is perceived to be negative, that you want to deem is true about yourself, about the environment, just whatever, what have you, when you think it, speak it out loud. Just so that you can hear how crazy the idea sounds in itself, how crazy you sound for actually believing it. But with the Nine of Swords, it's okay to have certain things, like if you think about like conspiracy theories and wanting to weigh those options out as far as like what could really be true about the things that you think about. But this isn't being a hypochondriac in life and always thinking about worst case scenarios or always feeling like something is wrong with you. You know, again, you're going to have to like fake it till you make it, but really work on your confidence, your self-esteem, and higher learning. If you feel a certain type of way, don't be afraid to take it to a credible source here with this coins energy and do some more research and see if there's other people that are like you that think the way that you do, and if they have come up with some sort of solution that they can cope with, right? That can make life a little easier to come by, that can instill hope in you if you feel like that hope is lost, especially when it comes to loving relationships. If you never really saw yourself getting married, just getting to the bottom of why you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Don't run from these problems, but face them head on. And submerge yourself in your feels this month. It's okay to be sensitive, and it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be crying and not knowing why you're crying. Like, there doesn't always have to be a reason for everything. So I do feel like you guys are really going to understand that this month, especially with this moon energy that's here. If you weren't heavily affected by the full moon in Leo, it's just understanding cycles and understanding that one day you are at the top of your game and the next day you feel like you're at the bottom. You know, it goes from here to here. And understanding that that is okay, that you're not always going to be at your best, that you can't always put forth your best. But if all that you have to give is 10%, that is still 100%, because that is all that you have. So it's looking at the cup half full and not half empty this month, okay? And also just checking in with those thoughts, and again being able to laugh at yourself and some of the ridiculous things that you guys do think about, but also honoring yourself and honoring the fact that you have come far in life, and whether or not you are with somebody that you have anybody to count on or depend on or rely on, that's even better to some degree, because it's like you really did it by yourself. You really been able to elevate and come this far without the help of somebody else, without the love of somebody else. And yeah, it does suck sometimes, and it does feel lonely sometimes, but those moments, they're just that, they're moments. It's temporary, right? Nothing is everlasting here. And so it's going with the flow and being in the phases and riding the waves, you know, of each thing that comes into your life, each feeling that you have, and each experience, and just helping that to build you up into being the best you that you can be, right? It really is helping to build character here. I really feel like that is what you guys are working on for the most part, and overcoming whatever these things are in these nines that we see here, because you do end on a happy note by the end of February. There is joy, there is celebration, there is a sense of bliss, okay, and contentment, and or a reunion, right? You finally find that person that is on the same page, that kind of gets you, that understands you. And that is very refreshing. But if nothing else, you by the end of the month are refreshed. Okay, and you can go forth through the rest of this year and the rest of your life and hold your head up high, you know, and just be more proud. Bottom of the deck is for the confirmation. You have the Death card. If not a Scorpio, this is just a period of great transformation, which is happening for you, and it's also happening for Aries, if not Pisces. So again, check out those videos, but I do highly recommend checking out Aquarius's reading, because we are in Aquarius season, and so some of the things that you might also feel this month, it may make more sense once you watch that video, so that you can understand a little bit more with these 9 of Wands, what's going on around you, if not within. Okay, so as far as your chakras are concerned, your root chakra, your sacral and solar plexus, and your heart chakra, as well as your emotions. So work on your third eye, crown chakra, because that's all about intuition and going with those gut instincts and the feels. So get those into alignment. If what I said did resonate for you, give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family, and definitely do subscribe for more. As well, if you would like a reading, I'll leave my information in the description box, as well as right here, for you guys to get in touch with me, okay? But until I speak with you guys, do take care of yourselves. Ciao.